Okay, and I'm recording. Hello, everybody. My name's Lenny, or the free agent on Xbox Live. I just wanted to cut in a little commentary about Modern Warfare 3. And honestly, I disagree with a lot of the crap that game's just been getting. It's I can't honestly say it's a bad game. I can't honestly say it's a great game. It's not like one of the it's not like it belongs in the game of the year discussion. No. Maybe for the story mode, which the story mode was great on 2, and I've yet to play 4, Call of Duty 4, so mind me for not knowing the big storyline before that, but it from 2 to 3, it's been a great storyline. And 2 to me was probably my favorite Xbox 360 game, period. I've played a lot of good games on Xbox 360, Borderlands, trying to think here. Oh, Saints Row the Third, duh, I'm looking right at my fucking games and I can't even think of that. Grand Theft Auto 4, Gears 3, Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3 commentary. You mentioned Battlefield. I think I'm about to get my head cut off. But, so, I don't know. It's just the multiplayer. It is what it is. I mean, you had people who never made a game in their life. They sit there and they make a new game that never were responsible for their own game, but they've had like so many people involved. I mean, there were so many game companies involved. You had Sledgehammer, you had the remnants of Infinity Ward, you had Activision, you had Treyarch, you had all these different people, that Raven Software, whatever the hell they are, and you just sit there and you just wonder, well, isn't it a case of too many Chiefs, not enough Indians? I believe so. I believe that was the case, where you have a kind of a too many Chiefs, not enough Indians routine. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm no expert on the shit. I mean, I'd probably know about as much as the next man that just randomly plays these games. But at least from my information and what I've seen so far, that's the case. But it's a good game. I mean, shouldn't win the game of the year. That much is for certain. I believe Saints Row the Third should, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. I just, there's the lag, big lag, problems with lag, but you get that in every Call of Duty game. But the one thing I've thought of is you have the people that are complaining about the game, like, big time. They're sitting there and they're giving it a lot of crap. We keep forgetting multiplayer is a brand new concept. It hasn't been around long. I mean, Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duties in general, and the Battlefield, they're all been trailblazers. It's new to have multiplayer. There hasn't really been like a definitive multiplayer, although keep in mind, didn't really play Halo, so I mean, when I first started getting into multiplayers, it was Call of Duty. I've not a big fan of Halo. I mean, played it once and got my ass kicked, ain't gonna lie. And it's just, text message. Oh, anyway, so I'm just kind of surprised at all the vitriol of hate it gets. And I mean, I know it's 2012. We got a lot of technology that goes into these games, expert people that work around the clock to try and do this properly. So I could understand the disappointment in it, but I mean, it's a new era. It's like a new frontier almost. Like, I mean, think about it this way: like before Xbox 360 came out, there weren't really any games that had multiplayer, if at all. And I mean, at least that I remember, I've never really played any, didn't see any multiplayer when I was on PS2. I mean, maybe that's because I'm a diehard sports game fan. Been a sports game and wrestling game fan for very long time. But I mean, I never got in any multiplayers for any consoles until Xbox 360, which I ran into Modern Warfare 2. Some friends introduced me to it, and it was awesome. I loved it. It was fun. I know we'll get hate for this. I was a Danger Close noob tuber. I love Danger Close noob tubes. And yes, I know it probably gets me a lot of hate. But whatever. Fuck it. But that's how I got into the game. And then I realized, there's other ways to play. I've always been somebody that feels that if I'm to say I'm good at a video game, I should be able to master every single gun in the game. And I've recently had some time off, and that's what I've been doing. I've been mastering the guns in Modern Warfare 3. Now, I per se like the game. I mean, it's not all that bad. There are some positives, there are some negatives to it, but I just feel that if you believe you have the talent and the skill to compete with others in the game, that you will be able to pick up any weapon in the game and be able to get a kill with it. Like even the Dragunov, for Christ's sake. Mastered that, have the gold tag for it. I think I'm nearing 500 kills with it. I mean, and a lot of people say that gun's crap. Mastered all the pistols, mastered the machine pistols. I have over 2,000 kills with my RPG, although I've been reading in the forums that they hate that too. But that's because people are being faggots with them in hardcore, and I understand that. I hate rocket and noob tubes on hardcore. Although if I'm in troll mode, you know you're gonna get tubed. Sorry, buddies. But one thing I've hoped for Black Ops 2, and I know I'm kind of rambling and going on with incoherent thoughts, but the one thing I hope for Black Ops 2 is I've heard some stuff like they're gonna be focusing on hardcore mode and taking the rockets and tubes off. That's great. Sounds like a good idea. Treyarch, as much as I have a preference for this series compared to Black Ops and Treyarch as a company, they really seem to try and help and like listen to people. Although listening to people, especially the people on the forums, is a really bad idea because they represent the super hardcore fan base, and if you listen to them only, I mean, you could lead yourself into some really bad things. Like, these games are supposed to be for everybody, not for maybe like 10,000 of people that are very loud and opinionated. And that's it. And I could go into a wrestling commentary from that alone, but that's another thing you could go in. That's another problem. You sit there and you listen to these 10,000 loud people who say the same thing over and over. Well, I'm for listening to the people on the forums, but if they don't have a positive idea, like, like Infinity Ward creates the idea to, unlike Black Ops, where you could have a fast reloading weapon or scavenger, and you can also have, or was scavenger in place of Ghost? It's been a while. I haven't played that game in a while, but you had to trade one of, I think it was scavenger for Ghost, but you had sleight of hand with Ghost, so you had your fast reload. You had your fast reload, and you had the ability to be incognito from everything, and you had the ability to walk silent. which I know that had to be shit for people like that play the game religiously and use these things right here. Hate it and sit there and I can't see them on my radar. I can't hear them coming. What the fuck, And so, I mean, Call of Duty did the same thing. Modern Warfare 3, and they sit there and they made up Blind Eye and Dead Silence and all that stuff. But the thing is, with Blind Eye and Assassin, you have to use 2 perks. And they accompany up everything, but at the same token, I mean, if you don't have many choices of weapons, I mean, you can't run a Type 95 or, I don't know, something that's like an MP7 with a Blind Eye, or a Type 95 with a Blind Eye, or a rocket or a noob tube with Blind Eye. It just doesn't work because it's just slow reloading and it takes a while, and it isn't really feasible to do. At least in my opinion. Now, I know some people hate the combination. Oh, well, you're still making everybody. And now they're talking about, well, they're trying to make a counter for that. I mean, what's the point of having a perk if it doesn't work? And if you're going to cause that, like the ability to be able to see through a wall or something, like I've heard. I mean, I don't know. I have no definitive information on that, but if you're going to give the ability to see through a wall or something like that, like a unlegit wall hack, well, a legit wall hack, not a somebody sitting there like, oh well, I'm gonna do my computer thing and I'm gonna sit there and make up and sit there and be able to see through a wall and kill you. That's gay, pretty much. Hate using the gay word, but oh well, fuck it. So, and there just seems like there's going to be way too much crap in that game. There's a problem with the last 2 games has been way too much crap, just way too much crap. You have this like dragonfly helicopter kind of thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, who was smoking something to think of that shit? I mean, whoa. It was damn. That was a rumor as well. But then again, I go back before Modern Warfare 3 came out, and they mentioned the Osprey Gunner, and they're like, hey, here's this thing, it's gonna shoot people and drop care packages, and we're gonna, and it wasn't official, nobody said anything, but it was a rumor. And well, what's in the game? It's an Osprey Gunner, and there's also an emergency airdrop, like the old emergency airdrop. What it Osprey airdrop. The hell is that thing called? 18 on support. Forgot. I don't use it. It's crap. People can shoot it down easy. But anyway, escort airdrop. There we go. Brain fart. And so you have that, the little dragonfly helicopter thingy-mabobber. I don't even know what it was called. They didn't give a name for it. But you just see a lot of that game, and it looks to be very laggy. It's just, it looks like it's going to be a lag problem. It's like with Black Ops, and you have the crap like drifting into the air randomly, and like with Modern Warfare 3, there's like corner fires, and there's fires in the building and in the buildings where nobody can see, but yet it's in there. Why? I have no clue. Do you have any clue? I don't have any clue. It's just lag. It just way too much crap for anybody without a very good internet connection to run on. I mean, I pay a good money for an internet connection, but how many of you sit there and go out and buy a decent internet connection? I mean, sometimes bills matter more than just, having a decent internet connection, whatever. And so, yeah. Well, hopefully I was heard, so I didn't just make a complete waste of this 15 minutes of my life. Yep, 15 minutes. Pretty long commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments, hate mail, call me fat. I don't know. Given internet trolls, I probably just gave you ammunition there. But yeah. Hopefully this came through, and hopefully you enjoyed this with all my uhs and horrible voice. But yeah, you have yourself a good day, and happy, I don't know, Memorial Day coming up soon. So happy Memorial Day!